which gets us into some of our picks. So kind of laid these out. Josh laid some opportunity for us to kind of lean into some different stuff. I'll let you kick things off. Top point getter on the U.S. side is
Patrick Cantlay, 9-1. He was the favorite number on the board, in my opinion, coming off the best iron season of his career. Recently started working with Phil Kenyon. The putter has been much improved over the last month, I would say. And, putting a ton of stock into that 2019 PGA Championship, of course, where Patrick Cantlay has maybe one of his 2 or 3 top 5 finishes in major championships. So has that comfortable pairing with Xander Schauffele. I'm curious to see what Xander does this week, man. Just month off.
Is he the biggest question mark? Is he the biggest question mark on both teams?
Man, I think he's got to be, because if he plays like the world number 3, it's going to do a lot for the U.S. team. A lot of heavy lifting if the Xander Schauffele shows up. So I just love Cantlay's ability to step up to the moment in these team competitions. Key phrase there, in the team competitions. And he's also, it might sound maybe hypocritical, but he's fun to root for if you're a Team USA guy. Which is probably not the case 51 weeks out of the year for golf fans, but this week, if you're rocking with the red, white, and blue. So I went with Cantlay for top USA. What about you?
Yeah, got a little Patrick Reed in him, where you're not always going to root for him in a stroke play event, but when he gets to the Ryder Cup, you want him on your team, right? He's a little like Patrick Beverley style player, where when he's on your team, he's your favorite player, and when he's not, maybe you don't love having him in and around the game. I'm going Russell Henley. Ooh. I think obviously playing alongside Scotty will help his situation. I think Henley's playing some excellent golf. I also think Russell Henley's one of those players that in this type of format can be a scary guy to go up against, right? Very consistent, hits a lot of really quality golf shots, can make a lot of putts that are important down the stretch. I like Henley this week. What's his number? Do you have the numbers in front of you?
Let me see. Russell Henley is, drum roll, please, 11-1. So numbers for the entire team: Scheffler 2-1, Bryson 5-1, Xander and Cantlay 9, Henley 11, Young 12, Thomas 14, Morikawa 17, Griffin 17.
Wow.
Burns
How
19.
about Morikawa 17-1?
Spawn 20 and English 25.
I don't hate that Spawn number either. I could see Spawn having a really good Ryder Cup, a la Max Homa or something like that. That's something I'd sprinkle on if I was a gambling boy. On the European side, I'm going to go Fleetwood. I like Tommy Fleetwood at Ryder Cups. I just think he's one of those guys playing some of the best golf of his career, if not the best golf of his career. Coming in probably with a little less of a burden on his back after the victory. And I think Tommy's one of those guys, probably the most comfortable he feels on a golf course is when he's playing alongside somebody else.
Yeah, and likely to be Rory in foursomes, which is always good. I believe
that's scary, man.
He's undefeated in foursomes as well, 4-0. I believe I went with Victor Hovland. Actually, I think the rough being down helps him. The driver's been a little bit of a question mark for him in 2025. It started to roll in the right direction, and he is the second best iron player in this field behind only Scotty Scheffler. So the best European iron player, like I mentioned. There's an opportunity at the beginning of matches and at the end of matches for elite iron play to really propel a team forward. I think Hovland's going to be able to do that. And you're getting a pretty juicy price at 12-1 somehow. Wow. Rory is 3, Rahm 4, Fleetwood 4.5, Ludwig 8.5. He's up there.
Wow.
Hatton 10, Hovland 12, Bobby Mack 14 with Fitzpatrick, Rose and Lowry 20, Straka 30, and Rasmus 40. So maybe not a lot of usage for the Dane.
Top captain's picks, point getter. I'm leaning into your boy that you picked. I'm assuming you're going the same way. I like Cantlay here for the USA.
Okay. Yep. That's a good one. Not gonna lie. I missed that one in the rundown, but I'm going to go.
There's only 3 things to do. So that's probably an easy thing to miss. It's just 3. I'm happy you missed it.
So I'm scrambling right now, but I've been high on Cameron Young in the lead up to this. So that obviously is a bit counterintuitive to my top U.S. points getter. So 1B would be Cameron Young for me. I think he has a good week.
I agree with you on the Cameron Young thing. I mean, I think if the USA wins, Cameron Young probably gets 3.5 points, 3.5 points. I think it'd be important for him to do so. Not exactly sure who he's going to go out with, but I feel like he's the type of player right now that I think he's going to be dirty in 4 balls. I just think he'll make a whole bunch of birdies and probably one of the few Americans that can really lean on the distance to dominate this golf course. On the European side, I'm going Vic Hovland, as you mentioned. Like Vic Hovland here a lot. Just feel like, again, a comfortable guy in this event, in this scenario, in this situation. I just think Victor Hovland thrives kind of next European up to me in terms of the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, Hovland's the guy for me in this bucket as well. I think 3 of them have question marks with, what Fitzpatrick is. Is it going to be the Fitzpatrick of the last few months or Fitzpatrick of the last few Ryder Cups? I think is a big question. And then Lowry and Straka in this too. So I like Hovland too as well.
All right, time for it. Give me your pick to win. Give me your final score prediction as well. Do you remember to do this one or no?
I did. The final score will be 15-13. I think it's going to be a tight one, Shane. And I'm going to zag, even though they are the betting favorite. I'm going to pick the U.S. to win. I think there are a lot of options. I think, like I mentioned before, it's very easy to poo-poo on this American side because it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to poo-poo on the Americans. Let's be real. They don't really have a ton of a personality compared to the Europeans as well. Like, a lovable Shane Lowry. Hatton's getting pissed drunk. How sweet is that? Bobby Mack and his cool accent. Rose, how can you hate Rose? And I haven't even talked about Rory and Rahm and Fleetwood and all these lovable characters. But I think the U.S. definitely has more question marks than Europe. I think that is fair to say. But I like their answers enough that I'm going to roll with them 15-13, hoping the Europeans kind of get a little distracted. I don't think they're as good as they were in 2023, Shane. They had the 3 best players in the world, I think, by a pretty noticeable mark. And Scheffler couldn't putt also. And he can putt now, which certainly helps Team USA. Yeah. So I think U.S. wins 15-13.
I'm going to go Europe 16.5 to 11.5.
Whoa! Yeah, whoa! Pull out the belt.
Substantial victory for Luke Donald. Goes down as one of the great Ryder Cup captains of all time. Give me, take the belt off. The belt is coming off. That's why this is great that it's not podcast. Unbelievable. Was that on and you took it off? That was quick. I'm pretty impressed.
Thank you. I'm a man of few skills. I was going to say many.
That was really good. All right. Last thing. The Americans win if blank.
The Americans win if Xander Schauffele or Justin Thomas play like Xander Schauffele or Justin Thomas.
Like now, Justin Thomas of the past, Justin Thomas of 2025.
Of close to peak. The one that we've seen before.
Yeah. I'm going to say, interesting. I was going to say the Americans win if Xander Schauffele plays solid enough golf to get 3 points is kind of where I'm at. 3.5 points for Xander. I think Cantley will show up as well. Obviously, Cantley's kind of the American Ian Poulter at this point in terms of this event. Doesn't play great in the majors, plays great at Ryder Cups. And I think if that's the case, they have a really good chance. I'm with you on the Xander thing. I think you and I are very heavy on if Xander shows up and plays good golf, the Americans have a really good chance that if Xander plays a little like he's played most of 2025, it's going to be very, very tough for Keegan and the crew to get this done. The Europeans win if blank.
There's one that sticks out to me, but I'll go a different route. I will say the Europeans win if 2 of the 4 Englishmen show up. So if we get vintage Fleetwood and Hatton, they're in a really good spot. If it's Fleetwood and Rose, they're in a good spot. If it's Patrick, the caliber of player that he actually is, plays in a Ryder Cup up to that level, I think they'll be really, really difficult to beat.
I think the Europeans win if Rory plays like he did at Marco Simone. Yeah. That's the way I think about it. He's going to play 5 matches. He's not going to sit. He was so dominant, so impressive. Last Ryder Cup out. Obviously completely different than what we saw at Whistling Straits. I do think you sleep a little bit on the importance of the best player on your team. Play so many matches. I think it's so easy to look at the 11, 12 guy, the rookies, they might play 3 matches, right? Some might play 2 matches. I mean, you could do that in theory, right? Is to sit a guy outside of one match, and the singles match that they have to play. Rory's not sitting. Rahm's likely not sitting, and Scotty's not sitting. And I think if Rory gets 4.5 points like we saw in Rome, it's going to be really tough to beat that team. Riding the back of your best player who's been emphatic, who's been loud about they're going to win this Ryder Cup, right? He's said it multiple times, told the Walker Cup team, the GBNI team at Cyprus, you guys go win. They didn't, but he's like, you guys go win just like we're going to win on the other side of the U.S. I think if Rory is the best player at this event, he's the best player like he was a couple of years ago, I just don't see how you overcome that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And especially with their, I guess, not even sidekicks, but their 1B and 1C, you throw in Rahm and then you throw in Fleetwood at them too. And I'm obviously rethinking my pick for the Ryder Cup, but it's official. So no backtracking that, unfortunately. But yeah, I think what you said is spot on. It's so easy to go down the roster, pick, if player number 7 plays well, they'll be in a great spot. But at the end of the day, if 1, 2, and 3 don't, what 7 does might not even matter.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
100%. Still excited about it. Fired up for Bethpage, fired up for this event. Obviously, when you have a Ryder Cup year and the season ends, you still have something to look forward to. Friday things kick off. And we'll be back next week to recap all of it. Just a reminder, if you like the show, subscribe. I think the rumor is you're supposed to smash it.
Smash. Yeah, Hulk smash.
Smash it. And if you follow along and subscribe to the show, occasionally Patrick McDonald will take his belt off. That's what happens.
But gonna be Luke Donald.
There you go. Come Sunday night, get the champagne out there. That's it. That's why we have this show. We'll check in after the Ryder Cup, everybody.
I picked USA.